everybody, it's Wootini from GayGamer.net here with another weekly video podcast, and I have great news. Great news. Last week I reported that the site had gone down because we had to switch servers, but we hope to have it up soon. And lo and behold, the fabulous Mikey was able to switch servers and get the new design up and get us running by the middle of the week. It was pretty amazing. I was not expecting that, so props to Mikey for that one. And I hope you all enjoy the new design of the site. Granted, it's still got some glitches here and there. Obviously, everything is not completely perfect yet, but we are up and running, which is the most important thing, so that we can give you all of your gaming news with our special angle and attitude. Our fabulosity. So yay for GayGamer.net being back up and running, and I hope you all continue to check it out, unless of course you're just watching me on YouTube and you've never actually gone to the site, in which case, why not? So, site news out of the way. There's two things that I wanted to talk about this week. First, I've been very much enjoying Rhythm Thief, which I picked up for the 3DS because I got a GameStop gift card, and turns out now it's only 20 bucks. This is the good thing about there being so many awesome games, in that you can't possibly play them all. I mean, unless I won the lottery or something, in which case then I would have time to play them all. But I don't. So I don't have time to play everything, so I have to prioritize. And then sometimes there's lulls where there's no games coming out, and then you can say, oh, well, let me pick up that game that came out a while back that I didn't get a chance to play. And then you can get it off the bargain bin or used or whatever, and it's much cheaper, so you can save some money. So I picked up Rhythm Thief, and it's great. It's basically like if Professor Layton was a music rhythm game. So, like, it has this great visual style and this completely nonsensical story about, like, hidden artifacts and Napoleon back from the dead, and it's like Professor Layton because it's like all this stuff that makes no sense, but instead of solving puzzles, you play rhythm games. And while I appreciate the variety of rhythm games in Rhythm Thief, there was a good long stretch where I found myself going, can we do a dancing one again? I missed the dancing one. There's only been one dancing one. But later on there's more dancing ones, so it's fine. And oh, thank God they give you the option to buy little bonus items that will help you either boost your score a little bit more, or keep your score from going down too quickly, or give you a little energy boost on your status bar. Because some of these games are incredibly difficult. There's one with your dog Fondue, who's adorable and barks in French. He's smitten with this poodle, a French poodle, obviously. It takes place in France. And there's this game where the two of them are on the screen eating snacks, like meat or bread or whatever. And you have to press, you know, the directional button or the A button in time with the music for each dog. And they are the most difficult games in this game. Oh my god, I wanted to snap my 3DS in half at one point. I was going out of my mind. And even with the item, I still struggled. I probably played it a dozen times before I finally solved it and was like, okay, good, I can move on. Although some of the games are optional, like they're not required to progress through the story. Some of them you're just, you know, exploring around Paris and you run into people and they're like, hey, do you want to play my rhythm game? And you say, sure. And what's fun is that because this Rhythm Thief was developed by Sega, there's this guy in a Mexican costume that you run into a couple of times, and you play a little Samba de Amigo game with him, and it's totally Samba de Amigo. And then there's a imposter Phantom R, because that's your art thief character is Phantom R. There's an imposter that you have to dance battle with, and you dance battle him with left, right, shoot, shoot, shoot from Space Channel 5. And those were great. Those are my favorite ones, and it just makes me want Space Channel 5, like, I don't know, not necessarily on the 3DS, although that'd be good because the stylus is a really good way to do that. on any system. Give me a new Space Channel 5 on any system, anywhere. Give me a new Space Channel 5 on a Vita, and I will buy a Vita tomorrow. Well, I'll buy a Vita when it comes out. But you know what I mean. I would buy a Vita to play a Space Channel 5 if it was exclusive on the Vita. There's a system seller for you. Actually, no, I probably would, actually. It's sad, but I probably would. And then the other thing that I want to talk about this week is I seriously considered restarting ZombiU on the easier difficulty, because you have a choice of playing it on normal or chicken. And I always try to play on normal. Unfortunately, there's no way to adjust the difficulty slider once you've begun playing the game. I like it when you can do that, because then sometimes you find out that a game is harder than you expected, and you can adjust it down a little bit and go, okay, I'm just gonna... Oh, and sometimes you can just be like, well, this part's really hard, so I'm going to adjust it down to easy. And then afterwards, you're like, okay, I'll put it back up to normal again. But it's rare that games have that kind of option. They all should, though, because it would make it easier for people like me who struggle with certain parts. But yeah, ZombiU, like, I know a friend of mine was like, oh, I just finished it. I used 19 survivors. That's terrible. And I'm like, dude, I have to be already to 20. And I'm not even halfway through the game. So, I mean, come on. But I just played it again, and I played another round of it, It's hard for me because you have to find the save points, and you can't save just anywhere. So it's hard for me to play ZombiU because I can't just sit down and play it for 5 or 10 minutes when I have the time, because I might not find a save point, and then I'm screwed. And I have to keep playing until I find a save point, and dinner's ready, or there's, I gotta go, or whatever. So it's hard. If I could save anywhere, then I'd be able to play it a lot more often. Of course, then it would kind of defeat the purpose of the whole, difficulty level of the game. I mean, that's why you can't save just anywhere, because then it would make things easier, and then you wouldn't die and be reborn as another survivor. But I also find that when I do die, like, I'll have a character that lasts for like a good half hour, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, and then they'll die at a certain point in the game, and I'll be reborn, and I'll go back to that point, and then they'll die, and I'll probably go through 2 to 3 survivors at that same area before I finally manage to bust through it, and then I'll have a survivor that lasts for another half hour, 45 minutes, or whatever. So, it's annoying. I wasn't really thrilled with the idea of restarting and having to play through the whole game, even though I think I'm just about the halfway point. I'm like, oh, I don't want to play through the whole thing all over again. But then I'm like, I just wasn't sure that I'm going to be able to get to the end of this game and actually be able to finish it. I'm very concerned that I'm going to just reach a point where I get so frustrated with it because I just keep dying and I can't get past a certain point that I'm going to put it down and never pick it up again. So we'll see. I don't know. Right now, it's the only Wii U game that I'm really playing. I mean, I do play Sing Party from time to time. But there's no Wii U games coming out that I really want until... I've got until March, because I think it said March 18th is Lego City Undercover, which I'm very excited for. Lego City Undercover. GTA Lego. Super psyched for that. So, I'm pretty sure that if I get frustrated and put down ZombiU, I'll just let it sit, and I'm not going to restart on chicken mode, and I'll just wait for Lego City Undercover, which will probably be a lot easier. But, I mean, it's not to say I've given up on ZombiU. I mean, I just played it, and I thought about restarting, but they don't give you multiple save points. Like, there's not save slots for, multiple games. You only get your one game. So I'm like, alright, fine. And I gave it another shot, and I played for like another hour or so in normal mode, and did not die. I did pretty well. I was very proud of myself. And it's another female. My female characters tend to last a lot longer for some reason. I don't know why. I'm wondering if at the end, if they give you a list of all your survivors and how long each one lasted, because I'd love to see like how long each one lasted, and if my female characters really did last that long, or if I'm just imagining it. But it gave me the confidence to continue to try to play this game. It's just, it's rough. It is a hard game, and I'm easily frustrated. So We'll see how much longer I last. If anyone has any advice on ZombiU, let me know. Post it in the comments. Post it in the comments on this article on gaygamer.net, or post it on the comments on YouTube. I will take all advice. I welcome all help. And I will see you here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye-bye.